It is our pleasure to be joined by a Super Bowl champion. He is also fresh off an appearance on Saturday Night Live. He's the most popular lineman on planet Earth right now. Creed Humphrey is in the house. What's going on, big guy?
Nothing much. What's going on? Thanks for having me on.
A man who
Dude.
loves charity.
I love charity.
Dude, okay, let's start with that because there are more football players that have won Super Bowls than have been able to make Saturday Night Live appearances. And clearly, with Travis Kelce hosting, tell us all about it. How did that happen? What was the idea for the sketch? How did this get on your radar? Explain it all, man, because that was awesome.
Yeah. So, at 11:30 p.m. on Thursday, Travis hit me up and he was like, "Hey, what are you doing this weekend? If you can, Friday, we want to fly you out and put you on a skit." So basically, did all that. Flew down there 5 a.m. on Friday morning. Filmed, did all the recording stuff, then flew straight back because I had that little parade thing in Shawnee where I got the key to the city and everything. So I had to make sure I was back Friday night for that. But yeah, he just hit me up, asked about it, just kind of planned it out from, midnight to 4 a.m. Then hopped in my car, went to the airport, flew out there, filmed it, and came back.
It's brilliant. It's hilarious. I just watched it. I didn't know about it, and you guys were telling me about it, so I had to click over and watch it. That is really well done. That's awesome. What was it like? I mean, behind the scenes, what we all know is just kind of the finished product. What was it like behind the scenes? Is it like chaotic?
Yeah. So, I mean, for me, I was only in like a little part of that skit. I wasn't on TV or on the video for very long, but I think I filmed for probably 45 minutes, just that one little scene. Yeah, but I got there, basically stayed in my dressing room until they wanted to bring me out and do that skit. So I just did that. Went there, got to meet Jason Kelce. That was really cool. That was the first time really getting to hang out and talk with him. So that was really cool to do. But yeah, just went in there, filmed, and went straight back to the airport to come back.
So how frustrating. So you do all that to get there and film it and do that. And then for the sake of time, they ended up cutting it out of the live broadcast. First of all, why would they cut the funniest pre-record of all of them? It makes no sense. I don't know anything about comedy, but that was hilarious. Is that frustrating for you? Or what the hell? I did all this and you didn't even put it in the live show.
Yeah. So yeah, I was watching it last night and it never came on. I was surprised. They didn't let me know that it was going on, but they posted it right away, right after the show. Travis did an awesome job though. He's a natural at that type of stuff. So there are plenty of funny moments on there, but it was really just a cool experience to do anyway. So I wasn't too mad.
I'll tell you what I think is crazy. What was it? February 7th? The Super Bowl wasn't even a month ago. And obviously after you win a Super Bowl, you've got celebration stuff and, people obviously want to also celebrate with you in other areas, and you get opportunities like the Saturday Night Live thing. But the combine just happened. The draft is coming up. The off season's almost over for the part where you're not really doing anything. It's crazy how long the season is when you go to the Super Bowl. How do you feel right now as far as is your whole scheduling, your timing thrown off for what a typical offseason is?
Yeah, it's definitely a little weird, just because the season runs so late, the offseason really does get shortened down. So for me, I took 2 weeks off and I started working out again last week just so I can, stay on top of things. Nothing crazy, just making sure I'm moving my body around and everything, not letting it get too stiff or anything. But yeah, it's crazy just, how fast that all happens, you finish up the Super Bowl, by the time you're done with the parade and everything, it feels like it's already March. So it's definitely crazy.
So obviously want to talk about the Super Bowl and all of that, but just have a question about the season in general, right? Last year, it's your rookie year. You play at a really, really high level, but your rookie year is just different. Now, how much more confident, how much more comfortable did you feel overall in year two?
Yeah, I felt, a ton more comfortable, more confident out there. I felt it's, crazy just how much I felt the game slow down, mentally and just seeing things better, from that year one to year two. It really slowed down for me in year two, and I was seeing so many different things, and I was able to point so many more different things out. Uh, so yeah, it gave me a ton of confidence, coming off a good rookie season to go in there and play that second year well. So yeah, it was definitely fun. We had a great year and had a good time.
Yeah, just I mean, kind of that back to the time issue. Like before your rookie year, you finish, you play your bowl game, you work out for the combine, you got pro day, there's senior bowl type of stuff. Like it feels like a whole season in itself. So there's never really any time to relax then. So I'm sure going into year two, there was quite a bit more of, you already know the system, your teammates. Is that maybe one of the biggest benefits is just, having some comfort with everyone that you're around?
Yeah, definitely. Just being around those guys, going into OTAs my first year, I didn't know what to expect. So, I was stressed out throughout all of OTAs that first year. And, we had 5 new offensive linemen starting. So everybody's trying to learn the system and everything. So, OTAs felt kind of stressful that first year. Then going into this past year, we get to OTAs, the whole offensive line's back, we're close with each other. Everybody knows the system now. Everything's, it felt like everything slowed down. It was a lot more relaxed throughout, OTAs and everything. So, that's definitely feel like an advantage for us whenever we, get to have that period off, after that rookie season, just because that feels so long. The whole rookie season, straight from college to your rookie year, it's, just so long, and that can be pretty mentally draining. But going into that second year, you feel a lot more relaxed, and you just feel a lot more confident doing stuff out there.
How how badly did y'all want the Bengals in that AFC Championship game? I know there was the weird piece to it was going to be a neutral site game in Atlanta if it would have been Buffalo, but after what happened a year ago in the way that it happened right at Arrowhead, how badly did you guys want Cincinnati in that AFC Championship game?
Yeah, we definitely wanted to play them. Losing to them, 3 times within the past year, man. We really wanted to get that one back. So it felt great. It also, gave us the opportunity to play the championship in Arrowhead. So, that was also a huge advantage for us. So yeah, we were definitely wanting to play Cincinnati. They're a great team. They have a ton of great players, and it's always a fun game when we get to play them. Always a close game too.
Well, the Super Bowl, I mean, it was a great game, and leading up to it, tons of talk about Philly's defensive line and how productive they've been, and it sounds like that's something that you guys made it a point to talk about it, maybe build that up as something to really get some fire going, and everyone continued to talk about it before and after the game. So what was that whole thing like?
Yeah, just leading up to the Super Bowl, we had the media day and everything in Arizona, just talking to media throughout the week, it felt like the entire time was basically just the media asking us, how are we going to be able to protect Patrick Mahomes? The rush is so good. It's a historic defensive line, things like that. And, I just feel like we weren't getting really the respect that we deserved up front. We have a really good group up front. All those guys up front do a great job. So, we took that to heart, and we knew we could get after them with our, run install that we had. So we were really excited about getting that run game going during the Super Bowl. And yeah, it was a fun game, just going out there and being able to make a statement like that. It was awesome.
So the first half did not go perfectly, right? Weren't exactly in in the spot you wanted to be there when halftime rolled around. But what's it feel like when you got Mahomes on your side, right? When he's the guy back there, like do you ever feel like you're not gonna win? I know that sounds stupid, but like when you have that guy, it's got to be such a weird feeling. Great
Yeah,
feeling, but weird feeling.
yeah, we were down 10 at halftime, and I don't think anybody in that locker room felt like we were going to lose. We just the type of players we have, and we've been in so many close games. We've had so many games where we've had to come back from being behind. So yeah, we knew we were still in that game, and everybody had confidence about it. We just knew we had to go out there and tweak some things, make sure we were focused up a little bit more than what we were in the first half, and then just with what we were doing and everything, we knew we were going to be able to come back.
I was just thinking about it, Gabe, after you asked that question. Creed's played with a lot of really, really good quarterbacks.
You think?
2 Heisman Trophy winners. Hurts, who was the runner-up, and then obviously Super Bowl competition there. Now Mahomes, that's awesome, but obviously you're a big piece of the pie. Like, are there common traits between all of those guys? Are there differences? Like, is there something that you see in all their personalities that you feel like is kind of the same? I mean, I don't know. That's a really interesting little factoid there.
Yeah, no, I've been extremely lucky about the quarterbacks I've got to play with. It makes my job a lot easier with those guys. So, yeah, but I mean, and all those guys, they definitely share common traits. Just their competitiveness. They're willing to work. Just them wanting to be great, and all of them are good leaders too. In the locker room, they do a great job. Leading the guys throughout the game. Making sure no one gets too down if things aren't going right. No one's getting way too excited whenever things are going good. They all do a great job of just leading the guys, and it's been a blessing to play with all of them for sure. It makes my job so much easier when you have guys back there that are that talented.
So what was more fun, the after party or the parade? I gotta imagine it's the parade, but I know you're a big DJ Khaled guy, Creed, and he came through the after party. I know you were having the time of your life.
Oh yeah, no, that after party at the hotel was awesome, but yeah, I definitely got to go with the parade, man. Just I think it was over 1 million people were at the parade this year, and it was just insane. Just Chiefs Kingdom it's pretty ridiculous just how much they love their Chiefs. So it was awesome to go out there and experience that. Just so many people cheering us on and everything, and had a few beers. That was a good time. So yeah, it was a good time.
Few cold beers. Now, where did I know that Orlando ends up saying, "Hey, zero sacks, put it on a T-shirt." You guys end up with T-shirts that say 0 sacks. Where did they come from? Did someone just walk up to you and like, "Hey, here you go"?
Yeah, so our one of the guys on the equipment staff actually made them for us. So yeah, he put all those together for us. It was really cool. But yeah, yeah, we were really excited to wear those. Everybody was pumped about it. So it was really cool.
I had more people, I think, commenting about the AFC Championship whenever you just kind of raided the stadium's coffers of all the beers there. Did you ever get a tab for that? Anyone ever send you a check?
No, I haven't gotten anything yet. They probably just took it right out of payroll though.
That's awesome.
Straight payroll deducted the Michelob Ultras.
Yeah.
That was. Did you realize that was going to be such a popular picture among the fan base? That was like the perfect. First of all, just the perfect description of you. But Chiefs fans, they love that picture, dude.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I had a feeling as soon as we stepped outside, there were going to be a lot of pictures taken. But yeah, no, it's a great picture. Yeah, we had a good time with it. It was me, Derek McKinnon, Nick Allegretti. We all went out there and grabbed everything for their locker room. But it was a good time. Just as soon as you walk over to that little bar area, everybody was just surrounding you, handing you free drinks and stuff. So we had a good time.
So, do you have a favorite moment from the game? Favorite play? Anything that sticks out? And do you guys? You don't go back and watch that as a team, do you? Is it just like you're just scattered after it's all over?
Yeah, I just got back, did extra interviews at the parade, and then everybody just kind of left. Yeah, my favorite moment though, probably going into the fourth quarter, we ran little duo concept to end the third quarter, and it got, I think 8 or 9 yards, but it was, just one of those things. I feel like it set the tone for that fourth quarter leading into it.
Felt like you broke them open there.
Orlando, what was that?
Felt like you kind of broke them open. You could tell they were folding.
Definitely, for sure. Orlando had a huge block on that, took his guy 10 yards off the ball. Everybody was just moving bodies, and it was, we had a ton of confidence going into that fourth quarter because of that play. But it was definitely, I felt like it was the tone setter for that fourth quarter.
There was a big deal made about the field. Now, I was sitting with your brother and your parents, so I'm obviously locked in to what you were doing pretty much on every single snap, celebrating with your brother. I may have punched him a few too many times, honestly. But you didn't have any issue with the field, and it didn't seem like your O-line had much of an issue with the field. Like, why do you think that turned into such a big talking point? It seems like you guys handled it well.
Yeah, it was pretty slick, especially in the second half. But it's just something that you can't really think about when you're out there. That's the way I see it. If you start focusing on that too much, it's going to take away other parts of your game. So, we did a good job being prepared, making sure we had good cleats. Everybody had new cleats on, with the good traction and everything. So, I feel like the guys did a good job just preparing for that. A couple of days before, the special teamers went over there and kind of walked around the field and kind of gave us a heads up. They're like, hey, the field's pretty slick, so just be ready for that. So, yeah, we got to, put those cleats on, and, I feel like we handled it pretty well.
So last year, AFC Championship, you guys got beat. I'm sure you go into the offseason, there's something to build on. Everyone's hungry, pissed off, I'm sure, about the way the season ended. Plenty of motivation. Now, year two, you win the Super Bowl. It's the absolute peak of the sport that you're in. Like where do you go from here? Like, how do you reach back down again and start the whole process over with the same fire?
Yeah, we gotta go get another ring. That's the way we look at it. But we celebrated and everything, but now, I'm already getting back to work. I'm one of those guys that I don't like just sitting around doing nothing. So I've been wanting to get back into the gym. So, I already got back in there, started working out and stuff. But just the thing with the Chiefs, and they've been so successful over these past years, is just because of the culture in that locker room. Everybody wants to be a winner. Everybody wants to continue to win. And they got the right guys to do it. And, they got the right leaders in there too with, Pat, Trav, guys like Orlando, Chris Jones. That you just got, the right types of leaders in there, and the right types of players in there to, keep going, keep pushing. Everybody's fired up to get back to work. I can already tell you that right now. So it's we're ready to get back after it for sure.
So for you individually, right now, you just won a Super Bowl, you made the Pro Bowl, you made All Pro. There's really nothing left, right? Other than get a massive contract. So like, what is your focus this offseason? Right. And now I know you're the ultimate team guy, but I mean, where are you trying to improve your game?
Yeah. I think there's areas, to improve everywhere you look at it, to be honest. So, for me, it's just, continuing to play with that same confidence, continuing to work on, strength, athleticism, those physical things, and just, taking a little bit of time just to relax, let everything calm down a bit, and just get your head back ready to work. But yeah, for me, there's improvements that you can make every single day. So for me, it's going to be technique. It's going to be, mentally, being able to see things like that. So, OTAs are great for that stuff to work on too.
Where is your off-season workout place? Do you have a compound like Lane Johnson has?
No, I don't have that, but yeah, working out in Oklahoma City. It's Performance Course, Oklahoma. So they got a building down up here. So that's where I've been working out.
Keeping it local, baby. Let's go. Love that. Yeah. Love that. Now, you mentioned it earlier, but what can one do with a key to Shawnee? Like, does that just allow you to walk in to every establishment in the city and take as much beer as you want, or like, how's this work?
I don't know. I got to figure that out. See if it really works like that. But yeah, I'm not sure. But it was a surreal moment just getting to go back there. Just see all these people that were a part of my life that kind of got me to where I am today. All my old coaches, teachers, things like that. It was really great to see everybody and reconnect with them after a while. And it was a good time. Just had a lot of memories, flashback. As soon as I stepped on the field over there, so it was a good time.
So whenever they paint your picture on the water tower, is it going to be like snapping the football, or is it going to be like carrying a case of beer? There's got to be something good, right?
Hopefully both. Hopefully it did. Yeah, hopefully do one with me snapping and one carrying a case of beer.
Or snapping a case of beer. How about
snapping
that?
A case of beer. There we go.
Wait, you gotta get your friends over at Boulevard on board. Get it sponsored, man. Get some cash for it.
Yeah, definitely.
So one more, we'll let you get out of here, man. And I know that this is a stupid question. It's probably kind of hard to put in words, but you work your entire life to get to a Super Bowl and to win a Super Bowl. Like, how did that feel in the moment? Right? Like you win the Super Bowl. Like, what's it feel like?
It was completely surreal. I feel like it still hasn't set in completely, but it's just an insane moment. Like you said, you're working for it your entire life, and it's something you dreamed of doing your entire life. And whenever you achieve that, there's just no better feeling, man. And just seeing how happy all the guys around me were and everything, seeing just all their hard work pay off too, and just doing what I can to help them get there. That was a great feeling, and just seeing everybody so happy and stuff, and feeling that way, it was awesome. It was just a surreal moment for sure.
Awesome stuff, man. 2 in a row. Let's go do it.
Let's do it. Going back to back.
You got the quarterback to do it. I think you guys will be right there at the end of the day, man. Creed, we love you, man. You're the best. What a season, but just getting started. Just getting started. That big payday is coming next, baby. Let's go.